Hello once again, Tiger fans, and welcome into the Towson Sports Network studios inside CQ Arena for the final installment of my weekly conversation with head men's basketball coach Pat Skerry. Today we'll be previewing the Tigers' Saturday game here at CQ Arena against the University of Delaware Bluehens. Strap in, Tiger fans. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now.
How long does it take to change the game of basketball? Days, years, decades? How about 0.4 seconds? All of a sudden, big ain't so big no more. Small ain't so small. The step back three is the new dunk. Follow through is the new poster. Range is the new hang time. How long to change the game of basketball? 1 second or less.
AT&T knows the best kind of holiday is the kind where everyone gets what they wished for. Make this holiday extra happy when you buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones. Like the Samsung Galaxy S6. Buy one, get one free. So spread some cheer and capture every minute of it. Right now at AT&T, buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Towson is a big university with a small campus feel.
It's about going to the school that was at the top of my list.
For me, it's about making professional connections. I was able to get an internship with the Baltimore Ravens.
Towson is about studying what I'm passionate about.
The Veterans Group helped me get plugged into Towson.
It's about the sense of pride you feel when you put on your uniform.
Towson is intramural basketball,
rock climbing and skydiving, the honors college and figure skating.
It's all about club baseball.
Now that I'm a student here, I really couldn't see myself anywhere else.
Welcome back to the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. In their first matchup with the rival Bluehens, the Tigers picked up a 79-77 victory behind a 22-point and 15-rebound night from William Adalamoto. The Tigers and Bluehens will face off once again Saturday at 2 o'clock here in CQ Arena, where the Tigers are 8-2 on the year. And as always, joining me now, the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, that game was close, but not quite as close as the 79-77 score indicates, because Holden hit a two-thirds shot at the buzzer to make it a 2-point game when you actually had a 5-point lead heading down the stretch. But it was a game where the Delaware gave you everything they had.
Yeah, Delaware played well, had a good game plan. I think, Monte's obviously established Delaware as a good program. First and foremost, they've got two of the top 10 players in the league, in Holden and King Davis. And Holden, I think, had about 80 points on us up there. So, and then, Hayes and Mosley are explosive, athletic, fast guys, and Jeffers is a big guy in the middle, and we know Pinker can shoot it. So they can score the ball, and I think up there they played us all zone, so we're expecting to see that again. And what we got to do is make sure we get good shots, because when we took bad shots, they're a good rebounding team, and they ran it right down our throat. And that's going to be the major key to the game, because guys like Holden, Mosley, and Hayes, they're a handful to stop in transition. So our zone execution is going to be good, because that also leads to free throw attempts, and that leads to offensive rebounding. And they're a difficult team to rebound the ball against. Those guys are big inside.
You took 29 threes against them up there, made 10 of them. Is that too many?
It's a lot. It's a lot. The percentage isn't bad for us. I thought there were stretches if I remember, I'd say about 2/3 of the shots we took were pretty good. But we can't, it was like, we felt like it was one of those games where we analyzed it was, hey, those are 3 good possessions in a row. And then all of a sudden on the 4th one, we wanted to improvise. And they make you pay pretty quick because they got good talent when you do improvise. And, they're going to play a zone. They're down a couple bodies, and like I said, they had a good game plan. I thought they played well. And they do a good job on offense because they have a lot of little sets. They do a great job of putting their better players in isolation situations. So if you don't remember personnel, you don't follow scouting report, when you're playing against top 10 type all-conference players, they're going to score and or get fouled.
You mentioned they played all zone, and I know you've seen a lot of zone this year from a lot of different ball clubs. Is it easier for your players as the season goes on to get used to playing against that zone?
Yes, because we've spent a lot of practice time on it. We do practice against zone every day. We've tweaked a couple things. We're using a couple of our man sets, which they have good comfort with. It gets our pace going pretty good, especially our player movement. And then through film and then skill work and doing a lot of combo work against zone, we've added like a little segment of practice. I think that it's like anything, the more you see it, the greater the familiarity with it. So that'll be a key, though, for us is not settling for jump shots, also having those good interior passing, getting the ball to the short corners and the elbows, and then, making the next play for somebody.
One of the reasons Delaware plays a zone against you is because you run so many guys in and out. They don't play many guys. I mean, they play 7 guys. That's it. And if you get them into foul trouble, then Monte Ross is really at a disadvantage because he's got to go to a bench of guys that he doesn't use at all. Plus, by playing a zone, how much does it help them from a standpoint as opposed to playing a man-to-man?
Well, I think it does. That's why a lot of people do play zone. They in the past have been a man-to-man team, but injuries have forced them to play more zone, which is a good coaching move on Monte's part. Like I said, the one thing that really scares me about their zone is those 2 guards, and really 3 if you count Hayes, but Holden in particular and then Mosley. If you take bad shots, long rebounds out of the zone, those guys are like rockets. And they really, I kept saying to my staff during that game, why aren't we back transition D? And finally, Coach Clark brought up a good point. He's like, if we take bad shots, you got no shot of getting back against those guys. They're really running at you 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 3-on-2, and especially Holden. I mean, that guy, he wakes up out of bed and just scores the ball. And it's why shot selection has so much to do with transition defense.
Unfortunately, when you look at Holden's name on the roster, it's got an S-O next to it, not S-R. So that means you got to deal with him for a couple more years.
If I were advising him, I think he should test the waters and look to go out and play at the next level. If I were advising him, clearly I'm not.
All right, the Tigers and the Bluehens will tip off at 2 o'clock here at CQ Arena. I will have the call on CBS Sports Radio starting at 1:45. The game will also be broadcasted on Comcast Sportsnet. Coach, thanks for taking time once again to sit down and talk with us. And, we'll see you again next week.
Tiger Nation, in the words of Johnny Drama, let's hope for victory!
That will do it for us inside the TSN studios this week. For head coach Pat Skerry and the whole crew here at TSN, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. As always, go Tigers.